Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Why so smiley? Ha! Because I got some news from Brazil. And Brazil is a very vibrant society. And if you remember, some free and fair elections just closed yesterday, right? And well, the Brazilians, on the other hand, are having some problems. Let's see what's going on here. You thought that January 6th here in the United States was something? I think Brazil is way ahead of showing how things are done, I guess. So, this article comes from Sputnik, and this is from today, the 31st of October 2022. Bolsonaro supporters block roads in 18 Brazilian states. My, must be a communist. Oh, sorry, the communist won. A communist was congratulated by Biden, supposedly, and they had to say it. Let me just get it. They had to say it like this. It was laughable, but I'm just gonna. They said congratulated him for a free and fair election. All right, that's the way it is. Free, fair Brazil election. That's why Biden congratulated the communist Lula. Well, we'll see, because Lula has some connections with Iran, it seems like the Palestinians and the South Americans. So I don't know if that's that coincides with the American, if you know what I mean, the club's direction. Well, they probably think he's 75 or something, so he is going to kick the bucket soon. United Nations. The United Nations is closely... Oh, this is another article. What am I doing here? I'm ahead of my time. So, more than 100 protests organized by truck drivers supporting Jair Bolsonaro, who lost the Sunday presidential election, have been taking place in 18 Brazilian states on Monday, Brazilian media reported. According to official results from Brazil's Superior Electoral Court, TCA, released after 100% of the ballots were processed earlier in the day, Bolsonaro lost in the Sunday runoff election with 49.1% of the votes, while Brazil's former president Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva got 50.9% of the votes, securing the victory. Congratulations. News portal G1 reported that more than 100 protests have been organized on the roads in the states of Bahia, Espírito Santo, Goiás, Minas Gerais, Mato Grosso do Sul, Paraná, Rio de Janeiro, Rondônia, Rio Grande do Sul, Santa Catarina, São Paulo, Tocantins, Amazonas, Acre, Roraima, and Maranhão, something like that, Maranhão. The highways where the demonstrations are being held have been blocked completely. Exceptions have been made for some cars and emergency vehicles, the report says, adding that the police were taking measures to normalize the traffic. Alright, so Brazil held a general election on October 2nd, Lula receiving 48.4%, while Bolsonaro got 43.2% of the votes. Since none of the candidates managed to get over 50% in the first round, a runoff was scheduled for October 30th, yesterday. Winning the Sunday vote, Lula, 76, I was close, will now become the leader of Brazil for the period of 2027. This will be his third term. Hey, we got a problem here. Remember, his name is Vladimirovich Putin. When he did this, no, it was all 3. He's a dictator. Oh my God, no, he can't be. He's 3 times. No, dictator. How about Lula? Biden? I seem to have no problem with Lula. See, that's why when I hear these kind of things, I disregard their outrage, moral outrage when I hear it. In this case, this guy got elected, right? One time, First time, the second time, then got out or whatever happened. Bolsonaro got elected. Now he got elected. Totally acceptable. Like, for instance, former President Obama will come back and say, okay, I'm going to run against whomever is going to be from the other side, because we have only two sides here, because we like only two pairs of shoes, Nike and Adidas, but only two models. That's it. No more than that's it. Everywhere else we like diversity, which is our strength, but up there we like only two parties, which are basically the same. So President Obama, or the other weasel, what's his name, W. Bush, could again run if they want. So no problem. You know who broke that rule? That another communist who liked Uncle Joe, Joe Stalin, by the way. And he was Franklin Delano Roosevelt. He was elected 4 times. And then this guy said, you know what, guys, go and take care of him. Okay, sir. Hi. Went over there, and he just had a little mini stroke while he was with his mistress. All right? They said, well, he died of natural causes. Yeah, what did you drink? Man, all right. But that's the way the story goes, that he just had a little stroke, and then poor guy kicked the bucket. All right, so it says here that this will be his 3rd term. Lula headed Brazil for 2 consecutive terms between 2003 and 2010, but a series of corruption allegations resulted in his imprisonment. So he's a criminal? That means Trump, if he gets convicted, he can still run? Because this is what these guys are trying to get him unelectable because of his whatever problems they try to create for this guy, and then he's not going to be electable. So Lula was able to. Are those guys more free than we are here? It seems like. So he began serving his 12-year sentence in 2018. Wait, 2018 plus 12 is not really 2022, is it? If my mathematics are still instead of all right, but Brazil's Supreme Court later annulled the case, and Lula was released from prison in 2019. Well, these guys are way ahead of us, big time. So those guys are just showing a little bit of nerve, if I can say that, in 18 states. Well, good. In other states, these guys did that stupid thing in Washington, D.C., and there's not even a state yet. So there's just a District of Columbia. And you know what happened? I think this thing in Brazil we'll see, actually, because I really don't know. Could be military put in place, or simply the military can join with the 18 states. And then what? We have Brazil 1 and Brazil 2. What's going to be the football team? And where's Neymar going to play? Going to play Brazil 1 or Brazil 2? I would like to know that, really. Go Neymar. Anyway, so these are the Brazilians, energetic and very diverse society. And I remember when I went to college here in the States, I spoke with some sociology professors, and they were looking at the Brazilian model as the model to follow here. And I said, including the gated communities and no walking outside after it's getting darker. Is that coming with a diversity too? You can't just pick and choose, my man. These things come with everything. It's the full service, you know what I mean? Swallow too. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.